Let's bring in Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. He is the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, and I'm glad to have him on the program tonight. Congressman, thank you. Chairman, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
What, as you, I guess, would run some self-assessment, some self-awareness, as you look at this letter from Hunter Biden's legal team, what has your committee done, in your estimation, that is defamatory?
Well, the primary responsibility is Chairman Comer's committee, the Oversight Committee. But think about this, Will. Over 170 suspicious activity reports, thousands of pages, multiple LLCs. Now what Chairman Comer said is 12 Bidens getting money from foreign entities. Now, something just isn't right with that picture, especially when you ask the fundamental question, what was the value they added to what service did they provide? What did they do to warrant receiving those funds from all these foreign entities? That, to me, is the kind of the fundamental question here. Now we have all this other stuff going on with his lawyers and what they're saying. But the bottom line is all those reports going to 12 Bidens from foreign entities, that, to me, is the big question.
Thank you for the correction. You're right. It's the committee under Congressman Comer that has direct jurisdiction over this. But I want to ask you, because you are well versed in this and understand what the potential answer is, American people want to know about accountability. So what is at the end of these congressional investigations? I mean, is it political? Is it simply making the American public aware and then anticipating a political response? Or is there true potential criminal accountability?
Well, the criminal accountability will have to come from the Department of Justice. We're the legislative branch. The way our founders set up the best system ever was these separate and equal branches of government. But step one in stopping bad behavior is first getting the facts on the table. So we have a constitutional duty to do oversight, to do the investigations, and get the truth out there for the American people. And then second, we have to propose legislation to help remedy the situation, which I think is appropriately described as agencies being weaponized against we, the people, against the American citizen. And we will look to do that. We have some legislation already prepared to deal with some things. We'll do more of that. And then finally, to use the power that the founders especially felt that we should have in the legislative branch, which is the power of the purse. So at some point, we're going to have to say to these agencies, if you're going to keep doing this kind of stuff, you're not going to get the same kind of money you've got in the past, or we're going to limit how certain funds can be spent. That's an important function we have. So that's what we ultimately do to hold people accountable for wrongdoing. Only the Justice Department can make those kind of prosecutions and those kind of indictments. It has to come from the executive branch.
Yeah, the legislative branch, as you point out, can share the information with the public and help the public on their way to political accountability. And hopefully that message reaches the judiciary, not the judiciary, but the executive and the Department of Justice in looking at not just tax cases, but if we are doing corrupt business deals with foreign countries, whether or not somebody should have been registered as a foreign agent in this country.
Yeah, foreign agent, right. Yeah,
all right.
That could be a problem, too, when you have all this going on. But step one is always to get the facts on the table and show the American people exactly what happened. That's what we did with the situation where we had a transcribed interview with Mike Morrell. You know, the idea that Joe Biden stood in that debate and said that this document of 51 former intelligence officials have said that this was a Russian influence operation when it wasn't. The fact that he said it and pretended like it was organic when in fact it was prompted by his campaign, that is a big problem. So getting the facts on the table is always step one.
Huge, huge problem if the highest level intelligence agencies are working to run disinformation campaigns on the American public. Congressman, thank you for joining us tonight. You're right. We'll start here with sharing the information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.